Bit louder. A bit louder. Means I asked the whole process. This is the last step. Fusion. Before that, what are the other steps to be occurred? Hmm. Who will tell? Raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Ukasha, tell me. Ukasha. Process of fertilization in plant. Explain it. Just now Fatima Zafar told this only and I told all the steps. In pollen tube already male gametes are there. Means they are there in the pollen tube itself. This is only, tell me, or are they coming from pollen grain? They produce in the pollen tube. Hmm? Were you attending my previous classes? Were you attending my previous classes? Not concentrated, yes? Most of the time busy in chatting and all. Though it is, means what is the use of chatting between the class with your own friends? Munaza, tell me. First, you start from there only where Ukasha left. The pollen grain from the male gametes. From where it comes. Yes. And I remember this thing, I think I taught in sixth class also. As I remember that the pollen grains are having two male gametes. Hmm. No, in pollen grain, it, I remember I taught you. They in pollen grain, two male gametes are there, or two male reproductive cells are there. Hmm? Reproductive cell, or you can say male gamete. Reproductive cells are only the gametes. Another name for the reproductive cells are the term given to that is gamete only. So don't be confused with the reproductive cell or the gametes. They are the same only. Fine. And this was I clear in previous class. I think so. So Kasha, concentrate in class and means like from where they come? They come from pollen grain, and from pollen grain only this pollen tube germinate, and then the male gametes which are there in the pollen grain, they start moving towards the ovary. So they germinate, the pollen tube is germinating, and the male gamete which are there, they start moving towards the ovary, and the pollen tube reaches to the ovule. Why? Because who will tell? Hmm. Yes, because sexual reproduction is the fusion of male and female gametes. So male gametes are there in the pollen tube because from the pollen grain it comes in the pollen tube, and now the male gamete is there in the ovule. So for the fusion they have to reach there. That's why pollen tube reaches to the ovule and the tip of the pollen tube is burst open, and then it releases both the male gamete in the ovule. And after that, what happened? Yes, Sadia Sadaf. After that, what happened? When and something else also happened. And anything else? What? This only? I asked from Sadia. She has not replied. Okay, you tell. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let one finish, then another will start. Okay. Hmm. No, 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 no. Male gamete means one of the male reproductive cell is fuses with the egg and another with the polar nuclei. Yes. No, not fuse. They divide due to repeated division in the endosperm nucleus. So after fertilization, endosperm and the zygote form. That later on zygote become embryo, and on favorable condition, this embryo converted into the young one. What happened, Rita? No, ovule change into. That's after fertilization. Means after fertilization, ovary changes into fruit and ovule changes into seed. But right now we are discussing process of fertilization. Means I discussed in previous two classes. I was just asking it just a quick revision. Okay. So this point should be clear that the two male gametes come from the pollen grain. Remember, they are not germinated in the pollen tube itself. Pollen tube is just a passage to move those male gametes from pollen grain to the ovule. So it's just a tube-like structure or it's a passage just to move the male gametes. Don't be confused with it. Another thing is that out of these two male reproductive cell, one is fused with the egg and another fused with the polar nuclei. Polar nuclei is two and diploid. Diploid means double number of chromosome. Like we human being having 46 chromosomes. So this is diploid, and reproductive cells they are having 23 chromosomes. So that 23 is haploid. So in human being, reproductive cells like egg and sperm they are having 23 chromosomes, and other somatic cells like body cells are having 46 chromosomes. And 23 chromosome they are means in reproductive cells half of the number of chromosomes are there. Why? Because to maintain the number of chromosome. Otherwise, when the two cells will be fused, the number of chromosomes will be doubled and the species cannot be survived. Understood? So the reproductive cells are haploid. So in ovule, remember this point: egg is haploid, half number of the chromosomes are there, and polar nuclei is diploid. So after fusion with the male gamete, polar nuclei become 3n. Means already it was 2n. When it fused with one more n, then it become 3n. So endosperm always 3n. Okay, you can note down somewhere. Understood? Okay. At the same time, also you can note down the points that will be very helpful to you. Okay. Yes. No, no, no. Means the polar nuclei is actually because of the fusion of two nuclei. So that polar nuclei having two nuclei. It's a diploid condition. When the male gamete enter in the ovule, then one male gamete, that is N, that is haploid, that fuse with the polar nuclei, that is already diploid. Means polar nuclei to N, and egg is N only. Means haploid and diploid, you can say. So polar nuclei, because of the two nuclei, because two nuclei are there, that is diploid. Double number of chromosomes are there. Means the as I told you the example, in human being means 46 is diploid and 23 is haploid. So half of the chromosome number is haploid condition, and that always found in the reproductive cells in the in the higher organism where the sexual reproduction occur. Okay. So this is all about the fertilization in plant, and I discussed. Means I started sexual reproduction in human being also, and in that we discussed the structure of sperm. Yes, Shema, explain the structure of sperm. Hmm. Shema, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you? Shema, Shema is not there in the class. I saw her in the class now because of the network problem. She is disconnected maybe. Okay. Sumaya Aziz, yes. Sumaya, Sadiq Shakil, you raise hand. Yes, yes, you can, please. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Centriole, that is centriole, okay? That's good, mashallah. So, sperm having head, which is having nucleus and acrosome, and middle piece having mitochondria that provide energy to it, and the last part, the terminal end is the tail, which help in movement. Then, oh, it's it's just the joining line of both the head and the middle part at the junction, you can say. Mm. So that comes actually, you can say, in the middle part. Anyway, the ovum also I explained. Hmm. Who will tell?